You excited? You excited? Oh. Keisha's so excited. Keisha. Test. Hello. Hello. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Can you hear me out there? No. Can you hear me? Testing 1 2.
It's not really loud.
That's what I'm. Everybody's hot. Testing 1 2. 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 Test. Test. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. How are you feeling tonight? Good.
Fine, how are you?
Well, testing 1, 2, test. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2, test, testing 1, 2. Testing. Test 1, 2, test. Testing 1, 2, test. Testing 1, 2, test.
Yeah, and you come out like on Linda did something road, and then you get wound up on, her road right there. And then the guy that was in the other vehicle, said it was
How you doing? Sorry. Almost got me. Hey, good.
I'm Dale.
Nice.
Great to see you.
Oh, from
Maynard, yes.
that good.
Good to see you.
Do you have any questions or comments?
I one comment I've got is I love your new city hall. Last time I was here, it was we cut left and bought it all.
Yes.
There was a house.
Oh, yeah, old city hall. Still there, and it's not, still not very good. So,
Yeah. What are they doing?
Public Works is using half of it, but I'm trying to work it into a senior center and library for the short term until we get something here. But right now, it's, we're waiting on grants and trying to hopefully get funding for it.
Well, I think the last time I met, the city council, the mayor was Isaac. Do you remember him? He's still here.
Yeah, he's still around, but he works for Transformation Utilities, but still lives in the city. He lived in House Council for 5 years. He came back from as mayor for 2 of the years. And so Jed Wilson came back. And then
I remember Jeff.
Isaac came back for 2 years. He was on, and Daryl finished up the last year. And then here we
And the clerk was, Miss McIntyre, yeah. Where is she?
I believe she's in, let's see if it's north. She's
I grew up in Florence, Alabama. That's what Florence is.
it's not, I hate to say it, what's the city got in trouble with the cops and,
Harvard.
Harvard.
Oh, Brooklyn. Brookside, yeah.
It's recently I don't know because the police department won't do it actually it's not handable. I don't think it's handable, but it's hard.
Surveyor for whatever he was got in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't the whole thing, it was just him.
Yeah, no. Well, this, it'll come back to me in a minute, but that's where she's at. That's her cousin, Carrie right there. He's our district food rep.
Okay. How long have y'all been in the news?
Boss man.
I think about 7 years, maybe no more than 8.
I haven't been here since, but it would be before COVID and COVID was in.
Oh yeah. I will say, just buckle up for a non-traditional meeting. But Keith, are you good on? Actually, you have just a second. So I think, for all intents and purposes, the water tower is probably dead or dying because they're wanting to. I think they like Omal's pushing back another name and have the negotiation and get everything worked out there. But council's pushing that we can't do anything else until we get the water situation situated and saying that don't get a water tower. So, we can speak to it if we need to, but I'm not a hill I'm trying to die on or fight for right now. Fire station is probably going to be a bigger deal because Tom has wanted to talk about the fire station and police station. I don't know what he's talking to you about on the police station side at all.
What it costs per foot.
Okay.
Build whatever you want.
Okay.
Same with the water tower, same with the automated. Somebody's just got to decide what we want to do.
Gotcha. And he quoted you last time. I think he said it cost $500,000 to pipe in that front line. I think he was really blowing numbers and blowing smoke and Burkhammer Drive was saying, I told him, I said, well, we'll have to keep you on the next meeting to clarify. Yeah. He's like, we don't need to do that. Well, yeah. So, Jared should be here as well, so that we cover all the water, make sure they basically, Todd was not good enough at the last meeting to answer the question.
Sure.
And so you and Jared are here to answer questions about water. Again, you can mention the water tower, but they probably don't hear it, and then, we'll talk about the bonds, and that's the gentleman here with Raymond. And talk about bond issues. I think they're going a little bit out over their skis, but I can't stop them from making poor decisions. Yeah. No, we're looking at a couple different options to get us over.
And Hogan will do the work and us paying, or how?
Well, that's what we get to be seen. I've got to go sit down with them and talk to them. but there were some options about possibly coming over from the backside of, Magnolia, Trace instead of coming up the, getting us some relief.
That's easier.
Yeah. And so there's a couple options that are out there. But they're essentially saying they're not voting on any building or development until they know something about the water. So when we get to Sterling Grove, I'll probably be like, Pete, Jared, let's talk about water. And we'll see where it goes from there.
We'll be ready.
It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm good. With the big issue of a lot of the old, I don't know if you know, that's the those were the bond options that were sent to Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they, I don't think he can build a police and a fire station in that price range, but, we will see.
Yeah.
Because, was it 3.2 or 3.4 million for the built out fire stations?
Yeah, but then you've got some other items on there too, so it's about, call it 3.5, I think.
Yeah.
And that's about right. I think it was Raglan that was doing one I found, and then another one out of Helena.
And, there's another, I can't remember his name. There's a gentleman named Brent. His last name escaped me. He's missing left hand. He's going to help with something like take a little bit of load off on the water and sewer side, and I do need to get you to get some focus on roads and some projects. It's not anything bad, but we just got to get a lot of things moving. And his name, I think you know him. He was one of the partners from my enemy's killing me right now. They help Odemore right now. It's engineering firm.
Municipal consultants?
Yes, I think he was one of the original partners in Municipal Consultants. He's recently separated.
And he's doing engineering?
Yeah. Brad, again, he's one hand didn't work the paper pipe, didn't grow, and I'm only certain it's Brent, but I can't remember his last name.
Okay. What's his role going to be?
Just helping out with some of the water projects, just helping us just plan things out and help Todd like engineer some of the water side of things. Like they're doing the water main right now from the 3 to 6 inch, and well, like I'm gonna help with roads, infrastructure, sewer plant as well. I think y'all both need to probably double team in getting that done, but it's just spreading the load, make sure we can get multiple things done at the same time.
Well, I can get anything that they tell me that they're going to pay for.
Well, no,
That's what I've been holding off on.
well, and
I mean, but if he wants to, that's your guy, then let him do it, I'll go home.
well, I'm still city engineering and still helping with plans, roads, infrastructure, and
That's what she, the
what
water's the good part.
okay. Well, let me have some conversations, and I'm sure there's like.
I gotta know, that's been the problem with start with, is I can't spend $1,000 time if we're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah, well, no, we've got major projects that we need to do. Granted, we have the money to start a portion of them, but I can't speak for council too much right now, but for the most part, they want to know about the water tonight, so we're going to tell them about what it takes to get them out. Say, when Todd gets back tomorrow, like he had to go out today, I'll talk to him and see what's going on, but there is plenty to go around, and plenty more continued growth that's coming here, right?
Yeah.
Like so it's not a reflection on your work or anything else. It's We got too much going on.
Well, I mean, just tell them. I'll go home now.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not, no.
Yeah.
That's not the plan, that's not the play.
Well, you know, again, if I'm up here,
Well, so,
taking this board of everything, and then he goes and does the water projects, then I can.
we can figure that out. Like, I mean, there can be some working together and working towards the same goal. Like,
Yeah.
we'll figure it, like,
Well, if Todd wants to work with him, let Todd work with him. Just tell me so I can go home.
well, it's more of a balance of like me fighting with the rest of the council and then trying to like cut people out. I'm trying to do that. But don't worry, I think we can all work together and move stuff forward. And it's like whether it be manage the project and let him like do some of the work for it. I don't care how it works out. We just got to change it. It's the way to put it is that there's plenty to go around, and it's not it's me trying to
Who wants him? Todd?
do what?
Who wants this guy? I mean,
No, it was I think yeah, that Oval pushed him because we're pushing hard to do the so Brent from Oval push this, and like I'm supposed to go sit down with them on the trigger to try to get the franchise agreement process moving, but I'm just not there. But it's like, you know, it's coming from Oval, but it's also coming from council. Like trying to shut down everything. Like they're trying to. I mean, same thing with this guy. They're trying to kill the water, kill the city, kill the development. Like, and none of it's going to stop us from doing what we got to do. And I mean, we have the tap fees, we have the money. It's just a matter of pushing the need down the trucks until they can't get out anymore. Well, that's what I'm trying not to do.
that's what they're gonna do.
Well, I've been trying to get some gossip to help represent us in the negotiation because of their strength in the county, but I can't seem to get any traction there because I think Anthony wants to do it, and so I'm trying. If I can go,
They work on Jim.
yeah, please, because I'm juggling chainsaws, and I mean, like, I've been pushing Anthony to like get a contract with them for 6+ months,
Yeah.
and like I can't push off anymore. And but they're going to be pushing for how many more homes can we build tonight, and I don't think that's a number that we can put into that number on. I mean, I get, you know, I get that you can still do gallons, but we also have capacity. And Sonar was really trying to strong arm me last week and like said that, you know, a contractor. I'm like, is the contract the limit, or is there a physical limit above the contract? Because at that point, it's just a conversation. It's not putting
They
it in.
told you verbally that they would continue to say, oh, I mean, they're not gonna cut you off, that'd be a death knell.
Correct. But they want us to come back to the table and sure, most likely they probably want us to pay for it and for them to put in a new main. But we've got to make that reasonable and not break everybody at the same time.
Well, I can't, for sure.
But yeah, I get that. I get that it's aggravating, but I'm trying to.
Well, I'm here to help, but I cannot spend all the time with they does all the good work.
Yeah.
And I'm up here getting yelled at.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't do that.
No.
I mean, I need to do work for somebody else, which is fine. You know what, Bill, you want to.
Let's talk through. I'll talk about it.
How you doing? Nice man.
I'm David Randallstein.
How are you?
Good to meet you. I'm the bond lawyer.
Okay, nice to meet you.
I told the mayor I was the new city hall last time I was here. It was we were still meeting
Oh, yeah.
take the left side Dollar General.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the backside.
City hall. I'm David
Nice to meet
Great
you.
to meet you.
Read down here. Great.
I guess the computer went well before today. Yeah. Get on the phone and call everybody. I just can't send it out. Workplace whistleblower, not retaliation. Payroll.
Anthony, you've been busy doing all these policies, huh? You ain't writing all these? Who wrote them? You looked over them? You approved?
Some of those things, but they were arguing about it way down. So. We'll see which one.
Good evening, everyone. Go ahead and call this work session of the Margaret City Council to order at 6 p.m. We've got a pretty substantial agenda, and I intend to move through it pretty quickly. So, but I definitely we want to make sure everybody understands what's before us. And so, if there's anything any council member wants to make that an additional matter, or they expect to raise in the regular meeting, ask that that be identified during the work session, so everyone can have an opportunity to understand it and see the information about it. So our first item on the agenda is the Girl Scouts. The representative from the Girl Scouts here right now. We'll see if they arrive, but essentially there's a Girl Scout troop who's asking to use the facility for a meeting. I believe it's a one-time meeting, not a regular occurrence. And so I guess we'll circle back to that once once the representative arrives. So moving right along, we've got a Sterling Grove Phase 2 on the agenda. And with Sterling Grove Phase 2, we've got representatives from Edelman here, but also this was more of a water conversation as well. Jared should be here shortly, but if you want to go ahead and start, and we'll go into that.
Good evening, Tyler Davis with Edelman Properties, and we are here just to respectfully request an approval of our Sterling Grove Sector 2 project. We've had success with this most recent phase, and would like to get on and construct this next phase as quickly as we can.
So at the last meeting, there was a question about the water availability. So we've got our water operator and city engineer here to talk about the water situation and answer any questions for council about the water that they can. Not to put you all on the spot, but Keith and Mr. Marsh, would y'all mind speaking real quick on just on the current water system, Burrett, what y'all see the future needs are, and if there's any constraints to stop development. Yeah, yes, yep, well, yeah.
Well, certainly this is items that we have been over several times. I think the most pressing issue is your water contract with Oden Water, who we purchased the water from, or the majority of the water from. I know that is in the works. There's been some preliminary talks. We have certainly looked at several different options, and when the council directs us on any one of those options, we would move forward and do exactly as you want us to do. We felt like that, running a line down Sandy was a possibility, but it was very, very expensive, and we thought prohibitively so. We can revisit that. We can give you options on some of that stuff that we've already kind of looked at. The reservoir is a good idea because it does give you some volume, but it's a system-wide problem that we would look at. We've not exceeded the contract amount right now. We're still on that track that we had set up, that you can continue to develop at the current rates till about 2027. So those took into account the ones that are before you right now. But I think the most pressing problem is that big infrastructure projects take a long time. So even if you told us to start tonight, those things often take a year or a year and a half to do. So that's why the planning should happen very quickly, and then it takes time to actually implement this.
And I think you hit on the key point there was that the current plan meets the need until 2027.
At your current rates, that's where we are. We can always update that if that's a concern, but we're confident on that. And it's more, you have some long-term needs, but the problem is you can't start 4 or 5 years from now. You got to start now in order to meet.
And the contract with Odenville, while there's a contractual limit, they're not going to cut off water. So
they verbally told us that, and I don't believe that they would. It's not in their best interest to. I think what you'll see is they're going to want probably to renegotiate some of the terms of the contract, like minimum purchases per month, so that they can handle their long-term planning. And we expected that. But I think
Has anybody talked to Odenville? Has anybody talked with Odenville about this?
I have.
And we talked to them this past week and then continued the conversation. So
what's your opinion? That's a lot, so if you break that down and are you wanting my opinion on infrastructure?
Do we need another water tower?
In my opinion, you do not. You can't do what you have. 3 towers, 3 different gradients. Alton Road is 970 gradient. You're getting about half capacity out of it. I've got some basic, it ain't much here. So I'm not much on the hardest side of things. This kind of breaks down how much water you're getting at each tank. Kind of put pen to paper on this, it kind of changes. As you can see, they have 3 different gradients, 3 different tanks, 3-gram storage when elevated. You can only get the amount of water that's in your lowest tank, which is 940. If you were to fill that middle tank and that elevated tank past 940, you're just going to put water on the ground because it's all going to come out of your lowest tank. So I mean, you're running at 70% capacity on the Levine Road, and you're running about probably a little less than half on the Action Road tank. So in my opinion, you need to go at it, divide the system up, utilize all of the meters that Oval has, make money well spent putting actuated valves on each tank, so you can then control that with each meter, divide the system up into the high gradient, low gradient, and be able to create some redundancy and get everything off the same. Right now, it's the same. I mean, that's all you can do. If Sandy goes down, you're done pretty much. I mean, you're limited pretty bad. So that's just my opinion of it.
Basically, all the eggs are in one basket off Sandy Road.
That's kind of what's happening. There's a little bit of water coming on some other places, but it's not a lot.
Well, isn't that what we were looking at, upgrading?
Yeah. That's what I said
Part
initially.
4 to help.
Yeah, I believe that's what Todd could give you guys last week.
Yeah.
So, to take that 3-inch out, upgrade it,
Yeah.
try to get some more water moving through the area. I mean, what it is, like stretching a hose pipe out 400 feet.
Yeah.
It runs out, the velocities aren't there. You need pipe diameter.
For my basic math on that, on the Summit Park side, we're currently using about 900,000 gallons a month, and it could give us up to, I think, close to 3 million a month. That's at full capacity, obviously, full volume. But so there is a lot of options there, but to your point, we got to get that main increase so that we can move it all the way across town if we need to.
And that would be a negotiating part of Oval. This plan, if you could get it laid out some way of some different distinct points. I believe the Summit Park is a different part of Oval that's fed from. So there's maybe some, a little bit doors maybe open a little better that way as far as what they can push over here. So that may help the price per thousand. Because, Sandy, I think that's going to push it out. That's an assumption.
The plan as we've discussed before was and I think you touched on it here, was cutting off so that we're using all 3 water tanks effectively as they currently sit, which would take, like right now, it's one system, right? Sandy, everything tied together, there's nothing, so Sandy's carrying the brunt of it, but it could be remitted and given some capacity by putting in the valves and cutting off, basically South Hillcrest and Levine, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's on that second sheet. There's some recommendations. Down Colorado, another road.
Yep. You're good.
Sandy Road to Phil Atkins, Summit Park to Phil to South Hillcrest, and Levine for Levine, whatever it is, this is to Phil Levine. Closed valve separate the system between the 970 gradient and the 940, 954. Then each tank would have an actuated valve that would then call to that specific meter, turn on and off. But if something did happen, you could backfeed.
From saying,
Yeah, from Sandy, or you would backfeed
From one of the other tanks.
Yeah, you have, the redundancy now is
Yes,
created.
yes.
It's still not the ultimate fix, but it's, I think this is probably the most low hanging fruit that you can do to get the most out of your buck.
Yeah, because we're not getting anything out of it right now.
That's right, I mean, you're getting half capacity out of that back.
And if we'd have spent another $1 million doing another water tank, an absolute waste of money, just blowing smoke up some tail. So it's good to hear that some of us up here were correct and saving the city some money.
any more questions for Jared or Keith?
I didn't hear some of that. I'm trying to figure out how this would impact, actually, I didn't hear about half of it, but how this would, what you just said would impact our proposed 67 miles.
That's the thing that we have to act on, his recommendation. On that part.
But Keith basically said we're good until 2027 at the current rate.
Okay.
But we have to get.
Okay, I was trying to make sure we're all saying the same thing.
And to be a little bit clear too, I mean, all of the things that he's talked about, we are working on those plans. So, you know, Todd is working on your map, that's gonna go into your water model. We can model those things and locate those valves. So that's been a long time that we've been working on it. Again, there's a second step behind that all of those items help, and the low hanging fruit that he's talking about are things that we can do to have the development continue while you're fixing those problems.
Any more questions as it pertains to the Sterling Grove Phase 2 and water availability?
And I don't know the backstory on trucks, but according to that information, you're able to buy 50,000 a day off that. I know there's been some modifying to that on feeding subdivisions and things, but I don't know what that. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, that's about.
So we've already started a few of the small projects, but we just have several more to go. And
Like I said, like what you said, there's been a lot of work done. I know we've had to recreate every plan for Adam. There was a bunch of stuff that I guess through legs and walking out, plans and stuff that Adam didn't have. So we've had to put a lot of stuff back together. So I think we're back to the start point where we can make some things happen. And Todd's done a really good job of boots on the ground type thing, just trying to figure it out.
any more questions? All right, thank y'all. All right, so just checking, has anybody from the Girl Scouts? Nope. Okay. All right. On park grants, we received 2 more grants for our parks. One is a equipment grant for the parks to add more playground equipment. I believe it was about 11,000 or so, and then we also got a $5,000 grant from the Conservation Society to help improve the creek bed and the creek casing at Wilson Park. And so you can see some of the components of that coming together here soon. It should be very little, if any, match on those 2. And then we've obviously got several more that are out right now, waiting to see what comes back. We've applied for a $65,000 grant for the Phase 2 from the Community Foundation, which we got their first grant from that we used to pave the playgrounds to do more additional improvements at both parks. So we should know something about that in the next month or 2. Any questions about those opportunities? All right, hearing none. The next item on the work session is talking about employee raises. And I suggest with the start of the new budget year, we look at a 5% across the board raise, just basic CPI and standard raise. I'd hope to have step scales in place by now, but we're not there yet. So a simple 5% is, I believe, is a good place to start the conversation. we have any questions, concerns, input on the employee raises?
It's a good thing to look at, seeing where the budget comes in at.
All right, any other questions or concerns about the raises?
Mayor.
That's to see how it goes. All right. Next item on the agenda is the work session agenda is the city clerk status. I believe you guys have gotten all the applications and resumes and just seeing where we are on the city clerk status.
We were working Thursday, didn't
Yeah,
we? Did?
Yeah.
Who was working Thursday?
Tabitha,
If she resigned on the 6th, how was she working Thursday?
she was wrapping up the rest of the stuff on her desk.
So you continue to work after your resignation is posted and sent out.
It was very nice of her to help finish up the work that she had existing open on her desk.
She signing checks after she resigned?
She was not
What was she doing?
getting all the current open work on her desk completed. She didn't signing checks.
After we voted to get rid of her, you wrote her back in?
You did not remove her. She resigned.
Well, if she was still here Thursday, she didn't resign. She would resign on the 6th.
We need to talk about moving the city forward.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
What
We're just trying to figure out how we're still paying for somebody to work.
where are you at on the resumes that have been presented to council?
Where we at on? It's kind of hard to bring somebody in if we're still paying somebody to still do the job.
What about this conversation is moving the city forward? What has anybody got anything positive to say or our progress in the resumes that have been presented to council?
I was just trying to see why we're still paying somebody.
All right.
After they resign.
If there's no more concerns?
Does she have anything else to do in her office? Will she be coming back any more days? I'm just asking.
All right. So council doesn't have any input on the city clerk status?
Attorney, do you know if she's resigned and we're still paying her to come back and work, how that works?
If someone resigned, they're no longer employed in the city.
So if they come back and they're still working, what does that mean?
That's a different question.
Well, the thing about it is someone could resign, but they work out a notice, so I don't know what the terms were, because I didn't see, we haven't seen the resignation.
It was emailed. It was just said she resigned on the 6th, effective immediately. I mean, we got rid of her on the 3rd, so I'm just trying to figure it out. Something I never seen before. Maybe something new in 2026. I don't know.
All right. So
So you saying she still shouldn't be here?
The council did vote to remove her on the 3rd. If she resigned on the 6th, then she should not be working anymore.
So she shouldn't come back and work anymore.
all right. So next item on the agenda is the Line of Duty Classic sponsorship request. I don't see Skylar here to speak to it. But basically, it was a request to sponsor a softball tournament, I believe. But without him here to speak to it, we'll move on to the Zoll monitor quote. And so Zoll came back, I believe, with two separate quotes, one for $199 and one for about $150. Or the final was $155. Gosh.
We get that in email?
I believe so.
So the final result, what we got, came back at,
189, 331 down from the original. The original was 213, 184 was the original, so, well, so. So it did come down. They've already been purchased and we've already received those. They came in last week. They've been in service. Everything's been updated on them. They have been went over with all the employees. They haven't really changed much. The only difference is the ability to make sure all the equipment is able to send and receive 12 leads and files into the cloud. We can transfer them over to all the market or all the reports that are on there. So, but they have, as of today, they're all in service on the trucks and ready to go. No issues.
I think that's it for that.
The updated monitor quote, did you email that to us?
The updated monitor equipment?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Quote.
The updated quote?
Yeah.
It
you just-
was sent out. I don't know. I didn't send it out to everybody.
Good.
Thank you, Josh. All right, next item on the work session is a resolution to participate in that's just down, participate in the Act 2026-608 ERS. It allows retired employees to get a one-time payout of their RSA. I literally got a brief email just asking if we wanted to participate. It's a pretty novel thing. It's just part of RSA. I can't explain it any more than I know what you see, but it's supposed to allow them to take a one-time payout from their retirement. It's just if we want to allow our employees to do that. Any questions about this? Not sure I could answer them, but they emailed it. I believe they're emailing out to all cities, just asking to see if they want to sign the resolution to allow that. I passed it down. It doesn't go into much detail. That's the pre-filled document that they sent to us. Or all right. Next topic on the agenda is basically the acceptance of the fiscal 2025 audit. There's really not much to do here just procedurally, but we've been presented with the audit, asked questions, had time to look it over and think about it, and so let's see if we want to accept the results of the audit. Any questions about this? All right. Hearing none, move on to a city's policy section. There's been several policies sent out before. You've got before you several more policies that have been written. One in particular, Samantha requested for solicitation, and but we're going through working through setting up policies, job descriptions, and many different things for the city. And I want to present these to you all for your review and any questions or input. And so, work session they've been presented. We'll discuss them at the next council meeting. Again, we're working on some job descriptions too. I don't have those handy, but we're building out job descriptions for all the jobs within the city hall and outside, and so those will be presented here in the near future. All right, that brings us up to the public hearing for ordinance 0803 to 2026. So I now open the public hearing for ordinance 0803 2026. So it's basically a public opportunity to speak on the ordinances And so if anybody in the public wants to come up and address their concerns about the ordinance, or
What is 0803 2026 address?
that is should be the AP accounts payable spending ordinance, but let me.
Thank you.
So, would anybody like to speak to this ordinance? All right.
Is this the one about the purchasing authority, or is that a different ordinance?
No, this is the one about the monthly bills. Should be.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Hearing nothing, I'll proceed to close this public comment for the ordinance 0803 2026. Our next public hearing is for ordinance 039926. So I now open the floor to the public for the ordinance 039926. This is the spending authority ordinance. So if anybody has any comments, concerns, or?
This is the mayoral.
Yes. Yep.
Good evening. Gary Heimer, 1832 Center Park Road, Margaret, Alabama. I'm in full agreement that every expenditure of public funds, from pennies to dollars, needs to be made in the most efficient way possible without personal bias, influence, or gain from the transaction. My concerns are as follows by section. Section 1, do not legislate the mayor out of an authority to operate the city by tying his hands behind his back, with no ability to operate the city and conduct financial transactions under an approved budget. You must also write a law that says we don't want a mayor. It'll be easier. Number 2, section 2, I repeat the same, and I think Alabama law says that may either be illegal or unenforced. Section 3 says that the mayor cannot authorize payments for contracts approved in the past. So if we agree to buy a fire truck for $500 a month, every month we have to have a public hearing, or you have to listen to mundane, pay $500 for a fire truck. We're here 2 days a month, and when you're here, not much gets accomplished. How are we going to pay bills during that time? Section 5, aggregation information. The city has 1099, had 1099 employees, which I'm not sure how you can be an employee with a 1099 to begin with. But, you know, that's problematic when you do that. When you put number 1, employees on 1099, and number 2 is trying to aggregate or break their contracts up into short periods of time to avoid the procurement limit. It's also not only problematic, it's illegal. The truth was it was illegal then, it's illegal now. And section 7, emergency purchases. Emergency situations are clearly defined in Alabama law, but not in this ordinance. You know, I feel that this is somewhat defined as to allow council to get an I got you moment on the executive branch of the mayor after an emergency. Why can't the ordinance reference as allowed by law, or maybe use the language that's shown in Alabama Code 454870.24 or Rule 355.4.307? You know, you hamstrung him in an emergency, and then after the fact, he has to worry that he'll lose his job to an arbitrary and capricious council who wants the mayor on at any cost. And at what point does that oversight become unlawful control? None of the council was elected mayor. The mayor was elected mayor. And I'll be honest, none of you really shown the ability to govern effectively. It's almost like the mayor could take you to an orgy and you complain about the bean table. The conduct that tries to slip these nuances, once again, it's just shameful. Why do we have to have that little, as approved by council after the fact, when Alabama law clearly defines what an emergency is, what the period of an emergency is, and what executive powers are allowed under that law during the period of the emergency. It would be easier to work with the mayor and work for the citizens than to fight amongst yourselves and the mayor at every turn. Ask yourself tonight, as you should every night, you know, is what we're doing moving the city forward? Or am I here because I have a personal agenda and I would refuse $100 from me because it wasn't 520s or 250s? Is my conduct as an individual what I want it to be seen by my constituents and the residents, and are you proud of it? Because in 3 years, all of you are going to have to defend it. Thank you.
Would anybody else like to speak on the ordinance? I would agree that it's a major overreach by council, and like we're still waiting on it to come back from the Attorney General's opinion to see if it's even a legal option. So it's sketchy at best, but definitely an overreach. And some people are upset they weren't in this seat. All right. Any more public comments before we close the floor? All right, I'm closing the floor on public comments for the public hearing for ordinance 039926. Next up, we have the topic of park rental fees. And so, actually, I don't know that we have anybody here to speak to the fees. So the Parks and Rec Board has been working on the fee schedule, and I can't recall the exact numbers, but they basically have come to the decision within the council that they want to charge the same for the pavilion as the ball field if it's a tournament or something that's more than just a team practicing. So that if somebody, because there's not enough parking at the field to accommodate both the pavilion party and a baseball game at the same time, and so Parks and Rec, I believe, would like to charge the same amount and do, I believe, either 3 or 4 hour blocks to rent the pavilion and the ball field.
So are you saying you don't have park rental fees?
As of right now, there's only a rental fee for the pavilion, but the Parks and Rec Board is recommending adding the baseball fields to the same fee schedule, so that if you rent the ball fields, you get the pavilion and vice versa, because there's not enough parking to rent both at the same time.
And how much does it cost to rent the pavilion?
I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I'm not on the Parks and Rec Board, and so I'm not.
But you created the board, right?
He selected everybody to be on board.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm asking because I know our church was charged $100 to use the pavilion, and the grass wasn't even cut. And they actually had kids out on the ballpark playing kickball, and the grass was knee high.
Okay.
So, I mean, so when you rent the park in the pavilion, it should be when you rent it, everything should be neat and in order, but it wasn't.
Okay.
So can you explain that? Why that happened?
I can't. I don't have evidence of it, nor
You
can
don't
I
have
explain
any
it.
what?
Don't have evidence of it, nor can I explain it. But we'll try to do better.
Did you not receive a letter from the church?
I did not.
An email? You did?
I did not.
I think that's something that we need to decide here as a council moving forward. Just charging certain people to use the park and then allowing, like a whole league of athletes to use it scot-free. It's kind of not right. It's not good stewardship of the city to charge a local community church to use the facility, and then every week we've got people down there playing a whole league down there for free. That's kind of slap in the face to our own community churches. So
That's exactly what the park board just recommended.
So when does the park board meet?
First and on certain Mondays, I have to check.
Okay, let me know when that is, because I'd like to come see.
so it's a park.
How do you know who's on that board? You assign the people to that board?
No, I created the board and then it built up with volunteers.
Well, it wasn't posted anywhere, so how did anybody know it's volunteer?
Plenty of people did. So it was.
But how do they know?
It was posted on Facebook,
So
and
are you going to refund the church their money?
not my call.
Why it's not you, the mayor?
So it's the council's call, correct?
That's what council chooses to do.
I think we need to set this stuff moving forward. And I think every board needs to be, we need to take applications for it from the community. The community needs to be notified, and the council needs to make a decision who's on the board, who's not on the board.
That's not how boards work.
Actually, it is. If you look at there's certain cities right now putting ordinances in place to control that. So it actually is how we could do it. So, moving forward, if we want to be fair to everyone in the community and allow them applications to be submitted, the council can actually take that job under its wing and do that. So that's part of our governing authority as a city council is to handle situations like that.
That's not how it's by law set up to run. But you're right. You can legislate it. But it's by law control any finances. But
Yeah, but when we pick and choose people, that's not giving everyone the right moving forward.
An ordinance could be passed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I think that's a fair and easy and transparent way moving forward.
So Any more questions or concerns about the change to the park rental fees?
I mean, I personally think if they rent it, let's say we charge $100 and they clean it up, let's give them at least half of their money back. I mean, after all, this is the residents' park as well.
Yeah, it
belongs to the citizens. So, I mean, I'm not saying we can't make a little money to pay someone to go out there and, you know, do the minute things that need to be done, you know, after a rental. But I mean, if they clean it up, I mean, I think at least half the money's we should just refund that. I know other municipalities that do that as well.
All right, anything else?
Probably not fun. The church make their $100.
It's not something to do in the work session
Well, when is the time?
during your regular business meeting. All right, anything else about park rental fees? All right. I believe Summit Park Road, Councilman Ray, I believe you have to have that.
Yeah. I think we need to change the speed limit back to 30 instead of 25. Maybe a good adjustment. All the roads that run parallel with it are 30. And so it just makes sense to, all the other city roads are at 30.
South Hillcrest is still at 25. If you do Summit Park, then I suggest you do South Hillcrest.
I think all city roads should be 30.
I agree.
At minimum. I mean, you got Lake at 30. You got South, I mean, you got Summit Park at 25. There's a lot of confusion there as soon as you turn on.
Could you speak to speed limits on roads, like especially ones that go through residential areas? Like, I mean, like, is there any safety stipulations that we should consider?
Yes, sir. Typically they're categorized as a local road or collector road. So I think the ones that Hillcrest probably looking at collector road. And occasionally you will find those have a little bit higher speed limit. There'll be a design speed, so if there's over curvature on some of those roads, sometimes you'll want to keep that speed limit down a little. But I don't think 30 would be out of line, so it may certainly something we can look at and identify if there are any places I think it would need to be passed and posted if you really make a change.
Thanks, sir. All right, any more questions about Summit Park? All right, next up is the signage for Dillard and Wilson Park. Ray, you got through this to be on the.
Yeah, I'd like to see some signs up at the parks. Something along the lines of if you get off the interstate in Springville and Odenville, you'll see some big concrete brick signs that say welcome to Odenville, welcome to Springville, or whatnot. Something like welcome to Dillard Park, welcome to Wilson Park. Making a lot of improvements to both facilities, and so it's a good sign is always a welcome attraction upon arrival. So.
Mr. Vinson's been working on some grants to do some signage for the parks to talk about the history and the names and that. So that's a good idea. All right. Any other questions about the signage?
Yeah, everybody good with me getting some. What's everybody's thoughts on me getting some quotes and bringing them back to everybody?
All right. Anything else? All right. City document request. Councilman Ray, you added this to us.
There's some documents I think the council needs to request moving forward. Be better to do it during the council meeting as a whole and vote on it.
I mean, now's the time to discuss it. So
Yeah, I just did.
what documents are you looking for?
Say again?
What documents are you looking for?
Just some city documents.
Could you elaborate?
Yes, city documents.
What types of city documents and what are you looking for?
City documents.
I asked again, this is the time for discussing the topics, and then we get into council, and then we'll vote on the discussion. So we need to discuss now what they are, so we can know what we're voting on when we get into the business meeting.
The city document that we want.
The city doc, any document we need, as a whole.
So currently, you get every bank statement, every check that's written, all the profit. I mean, is there something you're missing that you're not getting currently?
There's a lot we're missing, but I mean, it's, well, I don't think we have enough time to discuss everything.
Well, that's what we're here for. This is the work session to discuss what you need. Willing to have the conversation, talk about what you need, how we need it to be. Okay. All right, any other questions about city document requests or anything y'all are looking for? All right. All right, so we have ordinance 0803/2026 on the discussion. We had the public hearing, and so is there any more discussion, questions, concerns about this ordinance that we need to discuss? All right, hearing none, we'll bring up resolution 0803/2026. Are there any questions or discussion about resolution 0803/2026?
Can you explain this?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yes. So what this is like every time.
Yeah.
This resolution for, what it is for retirees or retirees beneficiaries. So when RSA employees retire, they have two options. One option is to take a higher amount retirement, or option B is to take a lower amount that passes on to the beneficiary if they pass it prior to.
That's not all right. 2026.
No, he's up here.
He's just clarifying the.
It's one of a wild goose chase.
Well, no, it's clarifying the
I have the
RSA.
resolution. I don't have it. It's got the.
That's the one from very beginning.
But it's good clarification for us to understand.
Well, you can explain it to you, so you know what it is?
Which one? This one?
The retiree.
Okay, well, that's fine, but that's not 0803/2026, okay.
So what it is every 5 years, the retirement systems in Alabama allow you to give a cost of living to a one-time lump sum to retirees or their beneficiaries if they pass. And that's based upon a sum of $1 per month for months served when they worked in the state retirement system. So this is your time. It comes around once every 5 years to give a lump sum to your employees. You give them like a cost of living lump sum, but it only comes up once every 5 years. It has to be done.
We only have, what, 4 or 5 retirees?
And this is not really about just who we have as retirees. It's just a future thing to take people in the future as well as current retirees. But yeah.
So it's not a great deal of money, but if you don't, it's your only time that you can give them a cost of living type of lump sum.
It's only every 3 years, I think it is. It's every 3 years it comes up.
I think it's every 5 years. So it doesn't affect the employees who are here now, it just affects the retirees or their beneficiaries if they pass away and they're drawing their state retirement. I just wanted to clarify that. Sorry.
No, but if we don't pass that, they can't draw that benefit.
But they don't
All right. All right, next topic on the agenda is the fire and police department building bond financing proposal.
We skipped this resolution.
I've got ordinance and resolutions. Which, we talked about ordinance 0803 and resolution 0803.
Yeah, but that wasn't this year. That wasn't 0803 2026.
I know. Correct. 0803 2026, we have the one on the AP and the other one is the, I can't remember what the second one was. I think it was just ratifying state law, was it not, I think?
It prevents any contract from being entered into that aren't approved by the council.
All right, so, again, next topic, fire and police department building bond financing proposal. Where you asked for this to be added?
Oh, yeah, you can get the update from Brad today?
I did, I just got it today.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got a copy of it, Brad?
I do not, because, like, you were having business debates with a bondsman outside of council and, making decisions without council information.
Who made decisions?
I mean, I had a business meeting and presented documents, and I was not included on the original email. I just got it today. So, I don't have a copy of it here. Did you send it to everybody?
No, I don't have. He said he emailed it to you.
No, he emailed it to you and he forwarded it to me today.
Okay.
So what's your proposal?
My proposal is the $4 million level bond across the board. It's my proposal.
Do we have plans? Do we have a price?
Yeah, he sent it to you today.
All I got was a price. All I got was a price sheet for.
So the plan is to build a police department, fire department.
Do we have plans for a police department and a fire station?
I don't think they're in the works.
So do we know how much the police department and fire station are going to cost?
We know how much we got to use.
How do we determine that?
How do we determine that? Well, if you got $4 million, you split it between two departments. It's pretty obvious, right?
Well,
Mathematics works in 2 ways.
Well, the most recent fire department quote we got was 3.5 million.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure how that splits.
3.2. It's the most recent. But that location is going to cost us an extra, I don't know, 600,000. So I think we're looking at changing locations.
But is this the work to pipe in the ditch? Keith, would you mind speaking to that? Was there a conversation about it costing 600,000 to prepare the location on Brookhaven Drive?
So we're estimating that the piping was at about 63,300, and then we actually allowed for some grading and others in our initial estimate. It'd be closer to 100,000 for that particular site, mostly the piping.
Okay. Now, not to put you on the spot, but the initial pull-through station was like roughly 1.5 to 2 million, and obviously the enclosed station was more. Can you talk us through the cost differential and why?
Well, the original concept, I think, or at least the original idea, that very first with the pull, what you call the pull-through, was pretty smart. I mean, basically just a shell of a building. It had I think we included a little bit of a restroom. And so then the second proposal actually has a built-in finished fire station, and certainly the cost on that is much higher as we found. So what we did to give you these estimates was we looked at other fire stations that have been built in the last 24 months, and then we prorated it by square footage to give you the closest idea that we could.
Okay.
I think the only way we can get any closer would be to finish the design, and then we would get it out to folks and just some part of quotes, and then ultimately you have to do it.
And what you have a rough estimate as well for the police department?
Finished construction is going to be at about that $400 a square foot. You maybe go a little cheaper or more depending on how you want to finish it. So whether it is a police department or fire, I think the square footage price is going to be very comparable. sometimes, depending on how you want to outfit your police station, there may be some specialized things like holding cells or something like that, but I still think you would be in that $400 a square foot range based on stuff in Central Alabama and current bid pricing.
Kind of on the bond conversation, if you wouldn't mind, we talked last meeting about changes to the reimbursement resolution. Do you have any updates on the reimbursement resolution?
Sure, just by way of update, I'm David Ringelstein, I'm the bond lawyer. I've been bond counsel here many times before. I told several of you the new city hall is beautiful. Last time I was here, which was before COVID, it was still at the old station. But congrats, it looks handsome. The bond resolution that we have to present to you guys really is just a housekeeping resolution to get started. Over the process of doing the bond issue, we will actually come to you 3 times. So this is really just out of the gate, gives us permission to get started drafting the documents. But this really isn't the important one. The most important one is when we come back to you to ask you guys to authorize the specific dollar amount, the specific type of interest rates, when they're callable, all that type of information. So the reimbursement resolution is just a housekeeping resolution for tax purposes. And what's going on there is if you guys go ahead and start spending money, which you guys approved on either of the projects, this resolution allows you to come back later and use bond proceeds to reimburse yourself. And if you don't adopt the reimbursement resolution, it's really hard to reimburse yourself. So really all this is doing is just preserving your ability as a council to, in the event y'all wanted to start or go ahead and pour a concrete pad or whatever you want to do, to come back later and use tax exempt bond proceeds once the bonds are issued to reimburse your general fund. So that's the short and the skinny on it, but I'm happy to answer any questions you guys might have. And again, I'll be back before you 2 more times. So this is just the first bite of the apple.
Has there been any, I know it was pretty boilerplate, but I believe at the last council meeting they asked to have some modifications made to the reimbursement resolution that we.
Well, I think the reimbursement resolution I sent you guys 2 or 3 months ago referenced $3 million as the expected dollar amount. What I hear from Councilman Ray is that it may be $4 million, but that does not have to be precise in the reimbursement resolution. The real purpose of the reimbursement resolution is to capture any money that y'all go ahead and spend. And I know y'all are not going to be spending $3 or $4 million. So whether it's got $3 million in it right now or $4 million is really irrelevant. So either one of them will work.
Any more questions for Keith or I'll say Ringles?
Ringelstein. Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right. Hearing no further conversation, next section is the public comment for the work session. Mr. Heimer was the only one who emailed in.
I'll be brief. Service before self, the theme of tonight's words. I mostly have questions, and I'm not sure how we do this in an open exchange, but I'll put them out there. So in the last city council meeting, voted to approve the expenditure of $400 in advance of having to file a lawsuit against the mayor. Can any members of the council concisely explain, using state or federal law, what law the mayor violated, and maybe you could share 1 or 2 of them. Section 1, staying on the business of hiring said attorney, can you make this first order of business to advise you on your obligations under Alabama's public records law, as well as your liability for failing to comply with the valid records request. It's getting to the point where filing a lawsuit against the city and the people named in the request is not something taken lightly, but it's beginning to look like the cheaper alternative to pay the lawyers rather than continue to let the city devolve into chaos. As government does little but more little collectively. You argue more than Billy Martin did in his time at the Yankees. Staying on the track and not getting anything done. Today, through the grapevine, aka Facebook, it's alleged that a member of this esteemed body is refusing to vote for anything pertaining to the fire department until a certain firefighter or paramedic is fired. Is this true? Is this considered effective governing and a good use of the people's time to sit here and have people say no to things that the fire department needs? I think the city employees, don't they have the protections of the First Amendment of the Constitution, especially when they're not on a clock and not in uniform? Or is it rules for thee and not for me? Speaking of the fire department, are we going to confirm all the temporary positions, or are those confirmations on hold until we fire the person you don't like? Again, on the fire department, it was said last city council that you'd like to have the chief full-time dedicated to the department. Can we pay him a living wage to make that happen? If not, who is this council to dictate how the man supports his family? Turning now to public works. It's been very well documented that recently a lot of small town water systems are experiencing cybersecurity incidents. What is the city doing to thwart these nation state actors and ensure our water systems are safe and available to the citizens when we turn the taps?
I'll answer that, but
Okay.
go ahead.
Staying on public works, did we ever get the list of locations for streetlights and speed bumps back from the city council members and where they installed? Can we share the?
Yeah, we got them back.
Okay,
No, they wouldn't install.
they were not?
No.
Okay. Does that include speed bumps as well, or just city streetlights? Sorry.
Speed bumps were not optional. They were chosen by the mayor.
Okay, all right. Well, either way, can we get a list of the locations for both? Obviously, you just said that streetlights were installed, but the locations for the speed bumps. And then, again, I ask, where's my public records request? We're 90 days now past the request, nothing yet, and I find it ironic that Councilman Ray says, I want all city documents. Where are mine?
You didn't get them?
No, we haven't gotten anything.
Oh, I don't know. Let's check the mayor.
Have you turned them over to the mayor?
Yeah, he's got it. He keeps everything.
That's not what their records request asked for, though.
What do you ask?
That's okay. So, well, let me answer your question from the back, working forward.
Okay.
So, multiple council members refused the request, and so far as to return certified letters.
You have written, you have that in writing?
I do, yes.
Oh.
On top of that, for the streetlights and speed bumps, council was given the options to pick locations.
Let's go back to the request for the public record. Let's go back. He requests for the public records. I mean, our records. Our personal cell phone isn't personal.
No,
It's not personal.
you don't get, it's like, if a device.
Did we go over that?
If
Did
a
we go over
device
that?
is used for
Did we go over that? Why are we talking
Yeah.
about it? Did we not go over
We're
that?
trying to figure out the same thing.
So why are we still talking about it?
Because you-
If our
I don't
personal
even
cell
think you-
phones is not personal, is not a personal record.
I don't even
That
think-
means that we can request anybody's cell phone in here. That means, Ms. Love,
If you're
if I
an-
do a public record, would you give me your cell phone?
No, ma'am.
That's what I thought.
If you're an elected official and you use a device for city business,
Man, we
that-
don't
that-
do, isn't that why we got a cell phone?
the point is still the same.
The point is still the same. No.
If you use a device for
It's
city
still no,
business.
and I
that's
said
public.
subpoena me, and I mean that. Send me a subpoena. Subpoena me and my cell
We're
phone.
gonna take our advice as our city attorneys here on this one. So carry
Oh
on.
my God.
I was not belaboring the point. So,
Yeah.
back to Mr. Heinrich's question. The
You
council was
just
given a list of, to help choose locations, and like, I've got.
The city don't pay for our personal cell phone.
Moon
It pays for the city cell phone, which we all turned in.
Drive was the only location, that was the original thing that kicked off the request. Moon Drive asked for some streetlights, and so right now, Mr. Barker and Mike are going around and flagging poles and talking to the residents to try to find locations for those. But no, Moon Drive was the only one reported by council, but it was also what was reported to me.
That's inaccurate. That's inaccurate. Colonial Lane and Old Margaret Road was reported as well. So get your facts straight. If you're gonna lie, tell the lie correct.
If you can show me where that was reported, I'd be glad to see it.
Send an email.
Uh,
Of course, you probably don't have it, but go ahead.
Please present it. So Mr. Barker and Mike are working
But it's on your
through,
phone, you call the media on the.
Mr. Barker and Mike are working through the process, going through a map. On the water system, so we actually got one of the grants I forgot about when I was talking about the park grant. we got a cybersecurity audit grant from,
Oh, that's why he was talking about cybersecurity. Oh, so you've been talking to him about it. I got you.
No, I just,
Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, we got you.
They meet before the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
They do, they meet right
All on
before
the tip.
the meeting. And
All
talk
on
about
the
what
tip.
you're going to spend in the front. And ask us about, that's what they do.
Speak up, I
That's
can hear
exactly
you.
what
I
they
said, you want to engage in battle of wits, I'll do it.
You had your time at the microphone if you want to speak.
I have 3 minutes.
You
You know,
did.
I
You did.
want it there.
That's exactly what they do.
everybody, like, I'm answering the question. CISA is a federal grant program that does cybersecurity for municipalities. And we were awarded the grant for them to come in and do an audit and a review and then look at all of our systems. So, we're like, we did our initial interview this past week and waiting for them to come back and do a deeper dive. Mostly it's software and security, but some computer hardware, servers, and also just guidance and training for our employees to make sure people know and aware about phishing attacks, the potential for dangers at a water treatment plant. There's many things that the grant covers, but we're going through that as we speak.
What about, when elected officials hack the computers? Did y'all touch on that?
So,
I was just curious.
and then, I'm trying to remember your earlier. I think that's all the questions you asked that I had answered to. All right.
What about elected officials hacking the computers?
I'm not aware of any of that happening. So, all right. So now we're moving on. We're going to adjourn the work session.
Hey, you want to talk about the other items that were asked to be on the council meeting agenda? You said you need to discuss them in the work session.
What seems to be missing?
City vehicles.
Looks like it did make it to the list.
Yeah, obviously.
Sure it was. We'll tackle that one on the next agenda. All right. All right. So we'll go ahead and adjourn for 10 minutes and we'll return at 7:10 to pick up with our regular city council meeting. No, it's fine.
Whatever it was, 2 years, we didn't do it last year. I got a list.
Sorry, I was out of order. I just wanted y'all to understand what it meant.
Yeah.
And this,
It's all state.
it wasn't kind of explained, so I wanted y'all to, should be a lot of money one time. So every term here, you do like one time. I get 25, you might, let's say somebody stay there, you might maybe 12. No, but it's not one time. And we'll have you spell it. Gives an opportunity. It's about the only time.
I know, I was. I think we'd already. We weren't ever gonna get to go back 2 weeks, so we did a meeting, sometime, you know, got to the end of the first, I don't know what it was. The way it sounded like it sounded kind of like the employee could drive every time, you know, from all retiring. And they all had different, throwing up the way he said it. But I'm sorry, when the kids were out here, when I retired, and they would say, we only have about a week. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, it's a nice here, always. We're gonna be, yeah, just tell them all what the law is. You know, we're doing the law, it's, you know, we have.
I got all this.
Moderator, basically, you have a legal question or something that there's a statute like the first read, and I can explain that. Well, that's what exactly. Don't even yeah, I think it's so many ways to be
Oh, right. Y'all are first up on the regular.
On the regular?
Yeah, because we already discussed it at the last meeting. So
Okay, all right. I promised up.
Yep, yeah.
My treasurer came with me, I promised her.
I would have made sure that it was on the covered if y'all didn't want to make it. We actually have the money in the budget already.
I got it. I'm trying to give some old word a bit more. You don't get any. You don't want to hear what I want. $1. That's what I told. That's what I told Mayor.
I don't even know. I don't
Residential rental space. Water tower property acquisition. It's been voted on twice. I got the regular so was the water tower. Voted on twice. While we still trying to get it. Are we gonna promise some money to somebody in the field? Huh? Sure. Sounds like that. Yeah, we need another tank. Let's waste $1 million. Still paying the current one we got.
We don't know who's working this time.
I think the best thing to do is to go through the resumes and start interviewing people so you get started.
This girl just worked Thursday, last Thursday.
I know. That ain't that's not what they think.
And hell, she shows up tomorrow. What's the point of trying to plan again? We're still going.
So if we get to see nothing,
That sounds like the point. He's gonna do what he wants to do anyway. What's the matter?
it's not his job.
But he still does.
Y'all can afford to see. Y'all got an application.
Anything I have. He don't get emails. He don't email him. He discriminates against him.
Yeah. I got that.
All right. Calling this regular city council meeting to order. Calling the regular city council meeting to order. Today's August 17th, 2026. We'll proceed, and we're going to start with a prayer. Actually, Mr. Mike, would you mind? Just get the speaker. Yeah. How about that? Daryl, would you mind filling in while Mr. Parker's out? Saying the prayer? Oh, all right.
I'll say the
Just, thank you.
Heavenly Father, I thank you for another day that we would all allowed to wake up and see your beautiful sunshine shed out there for us. I ask that this next session in this council meeting will be fruitful for this city, for each individual, and for the benefit of every person that stands here in this place and outside these rooms. I ask that the minds of each other and the mouths and the thoughts that each one of us have are meant to grow and move this city in the direction that you see fit. Not what we see fit, but what you see is fit for this city. I pray that you continue to watch over each and every one of us. Be with us as we're in here, as we leave this place. In your precious name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Now, remain standing for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So first up, we've got the, Anthony or Paul, would you like to call roll?
Councilman Chapman. Here. Councilman Bell. Present. Councilman McIntyre.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilman Ray. Here. And Mayor Ford.
Here. All right. First item on the regular agenda is consent agenda approval for meetings for April 26th, May 2nd, May 4th, May 18th, June 1st, June 10th, June 15th, July 6th, July 20th. City fuel card policies, financial policies, vehicle management policies, social media and IT policies, and more. All right, looking for a motion to approve the consent agenda. All right, do we have any motions about the consent agenda?
Martrice, have you finished going through those meeting minutes and sent whatever wasn't right? Or
I am up to, I'm still in June. I had surgery about 2 weeks ago. I really can't even meet you. I'm still in my recovery phase. so I had, picked back up the minutes, but April to, all of April and all of May, I will approve, even though it's still one-sided, we don't have to sit clerk to rewrite them. So I will approve those.
So do we make the amendment to approve those and wait on the others?
Consent agenda's gotta be approved across the board or not at all.
Okay.
So I will say those videos on those have been edited. The videos, on the YouTube channel that belongs to the city have been edited, I guess by city employees or you, the mayor. I don't know exactly. I don't know who has access to them, but when the agenda has been amended and everything else, it's been totally deleted. And it's my understanding during the meeting, we actually have an employee back there that's actually blurring the TV and stuff. Doing, I don't know why we spend city services to pay for an employee to do that. You know what I mean? So it's just as simple as, hit record and delete. But, it happens. It happens. And it's under your direction too. So
That's a pretty preposterous claim.
that's pretty true. Look at all the videos.
Well, let's
I'll make a
focus-
motion to postpone it to the first meeting in November.
Postpone what?
The consent agenda.
Anthony, I'm gonna defer to you on that one, because that's like, it's a consent agenda, like,
But it needs to be approved or not approved.
Okay.
looking for a motion. On the consent agenda.
So we can't take just just remove the approval of the minutes off? We have to do
I
the,
mean, it's, you know,
All or nothing.
these are the existing policies, not the new ones, so.
That's what I was comparing.
I didn't hear you, Tracy, I'm sorry.
I said I was using the videos compared to some of the minutes and each pages was edited a little bit. I don't know if it was edited to make it shorter, so one of them was working for hours, about 3.5 hours. So I don't know if it was edited, because of the time or, I don't know. I don't wanna make any accusations.
Yep. Well, so our streaming video in the back is Facebook Live, and it's a live feed, and it uploads automatically. There's no editing before or after, and it's still in the live feed. It wouldn't show in the live feed if it had been edited and uploaded manually. So, just looking for a motion
Yeah, the
to,
sound is better.
looking for a motion to,
It's Facebook Live. I've never seen it on Facebook.
looking for a motion.
Can you say where the Facebook Live post is uploaded? Because the one that we see is what
Please,
you have here.
come to order. Looking for a motion.
He's not sure.
Would you, looking for a motion to approve or disapprove the consent agenda?
Make a motion to disapprove.
All right, got a motion. Looking for a second.
Motion on approval.
To disapprove, to not approve the.
Not approved.
All right, I'll second the motion to not approve it. Any more discussion?
I would say approve.
Nobody
I
said
said- I second your motion to not approve it. I mean, is that not what? That's the motion to not approve it. All right, so any more discussion? All right, roll call vote.
Councilman Chad?
I'm so confused now what we're doing here.
We're not approving it, just voting. Do we agree to not approve it, or?
Okay, I agree to not approve.
Councilman Bell?
I agree not to approve.
Councilman McIntyre?
I don't want to approve it either.
Councilman Davis?
So was this a yes? To not
Yes or no?
approve, so yes.
Councilman Ray?
Not approved.
Councilman, Mayor?
Yes. Yes. All right. Next up, we had our water system update earlier, but Keith,
So all this will come back up later? Here.
made a water system update during the work session. like that led up to our conversation about Sterling Grove. So right now, we haven't. Is there anything we need to take action on before we get to Sterling Grove on the water system?
Yeah, we need to be able to fill this water tank up before we can keep going.
All right.
If we got a tank less than half capacity,
What's the motion for the water system?
Huh?
What's the motion?
well, it's not to build a tank, that's first.
What's the positive motion going forward?
Well, what's the plan? What's our options?
We should update, I think Todd said,
I mean,
weren't we?
All right. Well, if we don't have a motion, we'll move on to Sterling Grove. So Sterling Grove Phase 2, we've been presented it 3 times, I believe.
So again, I'll ask you, what's the options? You said, what's our water system update? And I said, again, what's the options?
Clearly, if you don't have a motion, we don't have the option. So
You always say you have a plan, so what's the plan? Oh, you don't have a plan. I got you,
I
Carol.
asked for a motion. We don't have a motion.
Motion for what?
For that.
All right.
For the water system
Calling
update.
us, sorry, but we're calling us to order. We're going to move forward. We've already moved on. We've already moved on to the next topic, and we're getting out of order.
We're not, we're on the water system update, that's what we're discussing.
Nope.
Did you not say the water system update?
I looked for a motion. There was no motion. We moved on.
So what's the options
Again,
for the upgrades? That's what I'm asking.
we've moved on to the next topic because there were no motions.
Because you have no options, that's what I'm asking.
We're moving on. All right, so Todd, if you don't mind.
Hello, Tyler Davis with Elgin Properties. We have presented to the city the next phase of Sterling Grove for 67 lots. It is going to be done in similar fashion to the project we just completed and is successful at having houses built. We've added a part per the council's request, and it sounds like we've got water system capacity for this project. And so I'm hoping that you guys will vote in favor of us, and I'll answer any questions you have.
You said 67 more lots.
It's 67 lots, yes.
And you did at the park?
No,
You said that you did at the park?
we did add a part, yes.
Looking for a motion about Sterling Grove Phase 2.
Now, I said I would never approve anything else, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to approve these 67 lots.
So,
All right, any more discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Councilman Chet?
Yep.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray?
yes, 'cause we don't need a water tower.
Mayor Corporation?
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thanks, Todd. All right, next up, we have our St. Clair County High School athletic booster request.
I'll go quickly. My name is Robin Keenum. I'm the president of the St. Clair County High School Athletic Booster Club. Give you a little bit about what we do. I'll go quick, but mainly our mission is we're an all athletics, all sports booster club. We started in 2021. Main reason is because our athletic programs needed updated equipment, facility improvement, stronger school spirit, bonding, renewed pride. Our mission is to support, like I was saying, every sport across the board. It's not male or female, it's all sports. From 7th through 12th. We want every athlete, regardless of sport, to have resources and facilities necessary to compete at their highest level. And especially in the recent history, we've really kicked it up to the highest level. A lot of people would say it's one of the most competitive regions that all our sports are going to be competing with now. To the tune of student body enrollment, we're probably one of the smallest, if not, and I don't know exactly, but if not the smallest. We're in that bottom, I'd say, 5%. And so anywhere from 500 to 550 senior or student body, we're in the same competition level and the same conference actually as schools that have upwards of 1,200. So Florence is one of the biggest ones
in the state, and they're also now at 5A school. Now, they're not in our region, but we are in the regions with the Clays and the Oxfords. So it's a little bit of an arms race, but at the same time, just we're outmanned at times. So in 2021, we started a booster club to help kind of fund that. I'll stay on track. Since then, and really this is the most important part, I want to really emphasize what we've already accomplished. Since 2021, some of those examples are stadium remodel, field house remodel, wrestling mat, soccer benches, volleyball net system, softball hitting facility, softball added 2 just this past year, and I don't know if they're on here, but hack attacks, baseball hitting facility. We furnished all the weights for the weight training facility to the tune of about $50,000 total. Amber is both the treasurer, so she's the numbers person. Cheerleading mats, and these things, you carry them on the road, you wouldn't believe it. It's $5,000, $6,000 drop in the bucket for every one of these. Basketball shoot around, gym laser show. In the past, the city of Margaret has always kind of partnered with us. I think last year we didn't, but the prior 2 years, you guys did what we call a maroon level or gold level sponsorship, which is a $5,000. We have a corporate sponsorship that we go out and once we get it, we cut a check to the school at the end of the year and it allocates to all the different sports. It's a way for us to not just send our athletes out to every business and municipality. We actually can take it as a collective and then we cut it that way. So this year, we're asking to partner again with the city of Margaret, and $5,000 is not what I'm going to ask for because you might want to outkick Ogle. I don't know. So, but that's the only other municipality that is partnered with us. Thank you. Questions? Do you have any questions?
What's I know we've done 5 in the past. You said the other one is what's the amount?
So the other one is $7,500. That's the I call it the Premier, but it's platinum. I get my hand popped all the time. It's platinum.
That city's getting advertisements too, like in cross board.
Yeah, I can provide you with the packet. Depending on, it's all broken up by sport. So there's signage of football, baseball, basketball, softball. I can't, and we even do custom ones too. If there was something specific that you wanted, we do one for insurance in Ogle, and he's got first down. There's different things. You move per level. You move into round robins and different things like at a football game. Obviously, football is your easiest because it's the most eyes, so it's the most marketing opportunity that you're buying. But it's also, to answer your question, it's every sport. We do every sport that it would be a good opportunity to be marketed at. We're not going to put you on the sign in the woods across country.
I mean.
Well, you could. I mean, we do have signs.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I think 7,500 would be good. Gives us a lot. Helps them a lot, especially since the conference size, I guess, has changed dramatically.
Jumped into a big, like, goose.
Yeah, I think so.
We're excited about it.
I think so. I think it'll be good.
Make a motion to spend 7,500.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Over to St. Clair County High School, and then y'all get together and after y'all get this.
Yeah.
That's for all sports.
Now, every bit of this money goes to sports.
100%.
Oh, I forgot it was a $7,000 administrative fee.
Yes. No. There's no fee. Because y'all have to go through the school, and the only reason why I looked at her is because if you write the check to us, I can say 100%. We turn around and write the check back. The answer is yes still, because it's earmarked.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Response.
Yeah.
Any discussion? All right, roll call.
Councilman Check?
Yes.
Councilman Clayton? Yes. Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Lady?
Yes.
Councilman Ray? Yes. Mayor Porterich?
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up on the agenda is the Paystar service proposal. So We've all seen the proposal, essentially adding their pay services for, our water services, because the mobile app, ways to pay through mobile and ACH functionality, no cost to the city, but, if they use a credit card, the charge is passed on to the, person paying, just like every other credit card transaction. So, see if there's any motions for the Paystar Services proposal.
I'll make a motion to approve it. Because if you do an ACH right, you don't get charged that fee. And this one, where our Gov portal has seen that people have been complaining about their cards getting compromised and things like that, this is just one way to prevent that from happening.
Had a lot of issues with the people who were set up on auto pay getting compromised. Do we have a second on the Paystar proposal?
I'll second.
All right, Councilman Chapman seconded it. Any more discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Councilman Chapman?
Yes.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman Clapton?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray?
Yes.
Mayor Wilson?
Yes. All right. Next item on the agenda is the, it says ordinance 2026-06, the bank account consolidation, but this topic is also primarily because of our gas tax. We have 3 different bank accounts for gas tax, and other cities via ordinance can combine those accounts. And so, with the passing of this ordinance, we'll be able to combine those into one bank account to simplify things. But the money all goes to the same road service fees. It would just simplify the administration of it.
Is this the council who've already moved to Petro?
It is, yes. Again, this is about, there needs to be an ordinance in order to consolidate gas tax accounts.
But we've already moved the money around anyway.
That's well within my, but the gas tax requires an
This don't
ordinance.
say that about gas tax. This is this bank account consolidation, so very vague ordinance here.
I'm explaining the need, and, all right, do we have a motion on ordinance 2026-06? Have a motion to table our postpone. No motion to table or postpone or to pass. What do we continue on? All right. Hearing no motions, the topic dies. Moving on to ordinance 2026-207, the annual budget ordinance, which was just requiring an annual budget process. Looking for a motion about the annual budget ordinance.
Postpone it. Make the motion to postpone it until, say, the first meeting in September, and everyone has a chance to look at it and I guess decide what they want to do.
Okay. We have a second for a motion to postpone it until the first meeting in September. Hearing no second, I'll second the motion to postpone it until the first meeting in September. Any discussion? Okay. Roll call vote.
Check, no. Councilman Bell?
No.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray? No. Mayor Wilson?
Yes. Okay. All right, so the motion dies. Any other motions on ordinance 2026-07? right, hearing no more motions, topic dies, moving on to the next item, ordinance 2026-013, the residential rental inspections. We, at a minimum, we're looking to try to have the, make sure that we get our property correct taxes from the rental properties. Each rental property is supposed to pay a business license, and so we're leaving revenue on the table without this ordinance.
Just to be advised to everyone here, this ordinance has been voted down twice. Why we're still talking about it, I have no idea. Usually when you vote it down, it goes away, right? Yeah. So we just keep bringing old stuff back to the table. We just keep voting down, it keeps coming back again. I ain't understood it. Maybe it's just something new.
Do we have a motion? All right. Hearing no motion, topic agenda item 5, moving on to resolution 2026-0402, water tower acquisition. Do we have a motion?
Seems as how we don't need one based off of what our paid for water operator has given us, saying that we don't even fill our tanks currently. I mean, if we don't fill the current ones, someone would tell me we probably won't need another one. Might be just a big old waste of $1 million.
We have a motion. All right. Hearing no motion, the item dies. Moving on to department reports. We've pretty much we covered them on the last meeting, but I wanted to give the department heads a chance if they had anything new to add or any additional information to add. Jeff or Josh, y'all have anything you'd like to speak to?
No.
All right, and Todd had an emergency, had to step out. So having no new reports, on to the next topic, which is the fire department policies, promotions, and pay scale. This dates back to February, where we presented their fire department specific policies, a fire department specific pay scale, and the approving the lieutenant promotions. Do we have a motion on this topic for the fire department?
I think all the raises have already been given, right?
Do we have a motion on the topic?
All the raises have already been given, right?
Do we have a motion on the topic?
I won't discuss it.
All right. Hearing no motion, we'll move on. Fire department uniforms. This was brought up at the last meeting, and I believe we've been sent out the quotes for additional fire department uniforms. Do we have a motion on this topic?
$8,500. Yeah. Yeah. We haven't received the dollar amount until today. So it's the first time discussing the money. Sounds like a budget planning thing. This dollar. 8,500. How much is it?
Wasn't my topic. You have to have it put on
I
there.
didn't ask to put my fire department uniforms on here. Show me the email.
From last meeting. All right.
Yeah, we were waiting on, it's funny you say that, because I asked you 2 items really to put on there, that need to be put on there, and we didn't put them on
All
there.
right. Do we have a motion for fire department uniforms or not?
Make a motion to postpone it to the second meeting in October. Maybe we'll have a budget by then, we can analyze it.
All right. A motion to postpone it until the second meeting in October. Do we have a second? Councilman Chapman seconds it. Any more discussion? curious if this postponement has to do with the threats to the department heads.
What threats are we talking about?
The threats that were filed to me about, department heads being told that they had to fire employees, otherwise they wouldn't get anything from the fire
Who told you
department.
about that?
Department heads,
Huh?
department heads.
No, no, we're
This
just
isn't on
talking
topic.
about the topic here. How about somebody get
We're
on
in,
topic here?
we're in discussion.
When Jonathan's in discussion, then it's a whole different story.
No, there's a motion on the table, and
It's a whole different story.
there's a motion to postpone it, and I'm asking if the postponement has to do with the threats that were made
What
against
threats were
employees.
made?
Threats were made that if they didn't fire certain employees, that they wouldn't get anything from the council.
Well, who made threats?
You did.
Oh, I did? Well, who did I make threats to?
I have those, reports, and so
You have the reports?
I did.
Well, share them with everybody, since they're public, since you've been brought up in a public meeting.
No, I will share them later
Because
then.
you don't have any. It's all accusations, like you continue to make. You slam the gavel at everybody else, but when you can slander somebody, it's okay for you, because it's the Matt Tortorici show.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, is there any more discussion?
Yeah, there is no discussion. There's a motion and a second. So keep on with your broad accusations. You continue lying from the chair, like a liar that you are. Why don't you talk about the checks you wrote yourself? Why don't you tell everybody all that? Yeah.
Talking about,
Signing city checks to Matt Tortorici from Matt Tortorici. Why don't you tell about the checks you wrote yourself? Oh, you don't want to talk about that, do
I
you?
don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, of course you don't know
Yeah,
it.
this is off topic.
Yeah.
We need to move on.
Yeah.
So,
We'll talk about the stuff you done done. Talk about the bills you done paid to
How
yourself.
much were those checks?
Yeah. Talk about the checks you wrote yourself.
the only check I've ever gotten was an expense report for reimbursement for
Yeah.
a
Reimbursement
trip
for what?
for going to the conference, the same one you did.
Oh, no, you wrote yourself checks for other things too. Yeah.
I think you should have that proof if you've got that.
Oh, we got the proof. We got the proof. Yeah.
All right.
Put your money where your mouth is when you want to talk
So-
about somebody.
Again, this is off topic.
Roll call.
First meeting in November? Yes.
Second meeting in November.
Councilman Jack?
Yeah.
Did you say October?
Is it October or November?
Second meeting in October.
October?
Meeting in October.
Okay.
Councilman Jack?
Yeah.
Councilman Bell?
Second week in October?
Second meeting.
Second meeting in October? Okay, yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Lane Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray? Absolutely.
That's a no. The struck dog yelps loudest. So, moving on, we had the,
What was that name?
I said the struck dog yelps loudest. Our first visit.
Oh, is that on topic? What's the, what are we on? Is that on the agenda?
That's not about the agenda.
Oh, it's not? Oh, okay. Yeah. We're talking about the phone calls you made today. You wanna get that too?
Sure.
False reports to the media? You didn't tell them about your selfish writing checks, did you? Or you wanna talk about your house cleaner that you paid to clean the city hall? Wanna talk about that?
Again, but we move on.
Oh, we wanna discuss it all, we discuss it all. Okay, okay, we want to though.
Next item on the agenda. Next item on the agenda is the acceptance of the fiscal year 2025 audit. Everyone's had time to review it. Do we have a motion to accept the findings?
Set that off.
Second.
All right. Any more discussion?
Everybody knows that was the previous administration, not this one.
That's good.
All right. Roll call vote.
Councilman Jack?
Yes.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray? Yes. Mayor Tortorici?
All right. So the IT services grant, I discussed it earlier. There's not really anything to discuss. It's no cost to us, and it should improve the security in City Hall, train our employees, and also increase our security for our water services. So next topic, I believe we talked about bringing back up the revenue officer and economic development during the we got into budget season. So we're here, and so see if there's any motions to be made or any information about the revenue officer and economic development position.
Make a motion to postpone to the second meeting in October, maybe we'll have a budget by then.
Is this the,
Well, you didn't hire for that
the
position.
position that you hired Logan for?
No, he is in the assistant clerk position.
Oh, yeah, but he told us that he was, he told somebody he was the economic development position. He was hired as the highest paid office personnel in the history of the city of Margaret. Your buddy.
All right. So no motions on the revenue officer.
Makes more than any other office
So
personnel.
we got a motion to postpone it till,
Are we going to post this?
Well,
well,
been here for years.
it would be posted if we had approved the position. So. But, motion to postpone it to the second meeting in October.
We just have a motion. We need a second.
Looking for a second.
I said,
All right, got a second. Any more discussion?
I think we need to get a city clerk before we hire anybody else.
I agree with you. I agree. Not, and nobody's buddies or family members either.
Have you run out of them?
I don't have anybody working here, bud.
if you want.
That's all you.
Everyone that you hired.
Yeah, it's all your
everyone that's
friends.
hired is someone
You don't even post jobs for them. You just hire them off the street. Come on in, Leroy.
So when,
Making more than all the women in the office been here for years.
so when you called and offered to hire a rate of pay in our starting pay to a current, a new employee, you don't think that was crossing the line?
Who is that?
Again, this is off topic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I haven't hired
You wanna
anyone. You see me hire anyone?
you want to make accusations. let's
There's
talk
no
about it.
accusations. Telling the truth. I ain't hired nobody.
No motion. Everyone.
All right, roll call vote.
Yes.
What are you voting?
Take the second thing October.
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes. Bless you.
Councilman Ray.
Absolutely.
Mayor Woodward.
No.
He'll have somebody hired tomorrow. no worries. Be a second cousin.
I do think the bids for the city hall cleaner, the one that we currently have, was half as much as the one you recommended.
Why we talking about it?
It's not on the.
So life insurance for first responders.
I'm ready to move on.
All right, well, I was gonna say, I put the human resources consultant for the job descriptions and standard operating procedures, but we've kind of got, Logan's working on all those right now, but it'd be good
The
if we,
assistant city clerk is working on
Job descriptions.
Yeah.
The assistant city clerk.
you've got a master's degree in
It doesn't matter what
public
it's-
administration.
It doesn't matter what it's a degree.
He's
in,
not
but
here
the
working on it.
assistant
He's at
city
home.
clerk.
Well,
But he can't help with the city.
Was he working on them this Wednesday when y'all was at a meeting in Montgomery? A political meeting?
or trying to get appropriation, so I mean, that's what's bringing money back to the city.
So you can pay for him to go to conferences, but you can't pay for us to go to conferences.
Conferences. Like you're going to conferences, what are you talking about?
Well, you gonna get us registered?
I sent you an email saying I can't register you, register
Oh,
yourself.
but you can register him.
The hotels are,
Pay
the
for him.
hotel
Okay.
is reserved. You gotta,
You sent us an email saying the hotel's reserved?
I just got it done today.
Oh, did you send us an email?
Not yet.
There we are. We may be proactive one day. Probably not anytime soon. So human resources consultant for job description, I'll help you out what you forgot.
Yep, no, we looked at it before, but, Logan's taking care of that now, so we can move on since it should not be needed.
We don't need a job description if we don't have the person do it.
It shows a very small understanding of how things operate. So next topic is the life insurance for first responders and employees. We've gotten quotes, should have been sent out in a previous packet for getting some basic life insurance for all the employees so that if anything happens to them, as a benefit from the city, and if anything happens, the policy would double or increase the amount they get if anything happens on the job.
The city's gonna pay for it.
They're already paying for it.
Now we've got quotes that were put in the previous packet.
But we're already paying for it. It's already in the budget. Where you got quotes previous, but you're already paying for it. Yeah.
No, we just got quotes for this a couple months ago, and
So what's the other that we're paying for then?
there are different insurance policies that have been pre-existing, but they're not city provided for There's a first responders for the fire department. I believe it's through Alpha or Aflac. That's specific to firefighters. But this is a general like life insurance policy that the city would provide up to a certain amount for the employees, and if something happens on the job, it would double the policy. That's right.
What they spell.
Carcinogens.
And so, I'll see if you're not ready, we can include this in the next packet as well, but you should have gotten a quote for these policies.
Make a motion to postpone it until the second meeting in October. Hopefully have a budget by then. We said we before.
And it's the life insurance?
Yes, life insurance. All right, so, all right, got a motion and a second, for the second meeting in October? All right, any more discussion? So we're not worried about our, first responders, so roll call vote.
No, we're worried about it. We just don't know if we got money to do it since you've given all these sporadic raises across the board. Go ahead.
Chip, Councilman
Yes.
Jack, Council Lady Bell,
I'm upset.
Councilman McIntyre,
Yes.
Council Lady Davis,
I'm gonna abstain.
Councilman Gray.
Yep.
Mayor Pro Rich.
No. All right, so next item on the agenda is Wyatt Drive. We've gone back and forth in the past about Wyatt Drive, like even back into last minute.
Correct.
The Wyatt Drive is a street that's it's barely a one-way street, but there's issues with drainage and other things. To fix it correctly would require increasing easement onto the property, and one of the residents has refused to allow that easement. And so, like, got a quote from Massey just to see what a simple overlay would cost, and the quote was $23,000, but that doesn't include the material. And so, just presenting this now for thought and to come up at a later meeting. But Wyatt Drive, I highly recommend you going and drive down it and seeing the condition and where it's at. And it's one of the roughest roads in the city. But we got the recent quote.
So this is a labor only price?
That's labor only price, and so it's 23,000. Usually the material is about the equivalent of the price, but it's 1,550 square yards of material. If you, actually, I'm sorry, 450 tons is the material. 1,550 square yards is the amount of work.
That's on call.
Yeah, it's through Massey, who's our, we have a contract with them. All right, so just for information, like Keith or Mr. Barker, would y'all like to speak to the issues with Wyatt Drive, add a little more detail?
You what?
Would you like to speak to the issues on Wyatt Drive, add a little more detail maybe? It's just pretty rough, huh?
It is rough.
All right.
Well, I'd just like to know what the total cost would be.
What's the total cost?
So
450 tons would be 28,000.
28, 23.
One more?
Well, that's bad.
1,000.
Maybe bad, we got motor roads that's bad too.
What about this roof?
Oh, this is the one, no, it's no roof.
But and I believe it's an overlay of the whole road, is it not, Mr. Barker?
Yes.
So it's just a
The curve, and yeah, it's Lewis. They gonna groove it and patch it. From Levine down to over to Lewis. Levine back into Lewis.
They gonna put ditches in?
They gotta.
That was
They gotta put the ditches and all in.
the residents one resident would not give up the easement.
Well, you know that. Yeah, the very first house.
And all the rest of them will? All the rest will? Is that right?
I don't know about that, I didn't talk to them.
The rest of them give it? Yes. So we did one from, pass the first one on.
Yes.
And save the second.
But now this has been so long, I don't even know if the same people still live in those houses.
$51,000.
That's just an overlay. That's not a any ditch work. That's not a, just coming in and getting them a clean surface for now.
There's more to it than just the ditches themselves, as the water main goes out there, that need to be relocated.
If we get into these.
It's in the street, they have to be moved. That's what, when this first started, David Parrish was on folk work, and they did all the survey up through there, and was included in the ditches and all of it. This is just an overlay and get it passable.
Oh, we do that. How long?
Well, but it just, I don't know, at the bottom right there, it'll probably wash out in 6 or 8 months.
Can we get prices on putting ditches in as well?
I wouldn't get on there, so. We have to go back, we need to just go back to the residents. Like I say, I don't even know who lives there, who doesn't anymore. You're right about that. So we really need to go back and see if we can get okay for everybody.
I'm thinking we gonna repair, then we should repair it completely, not just patch it up. And if it's not gonna last about like 3 months, why would we spend
We need to fix
$51,000?
around, but I don't wanna spend $51,000 and it wash out in less than a year's time.
So we want to get.
Yeah, let's postpone to the next.
Do we want to have?
Postpone to the next meeting, get some quotes on fixing it the right way.
We're gonna have to talk with the residents.
All right. Motion and second. Any more discussion? All right. Roll call. Roll call vote on postponing it to the next meeting and getting more quotes.
On line drive?
Mhm.
Okay. Who made the motion? Jerry.
And then Carrie seconded.
Councilman Check?
Yes.
Councilman Van?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray? Yes. Councilman Ritchie?
Yes. All right. Next topic is the hydrovac trailer for Public Works.
Can I ask a quick question before we move on? And I know this is not agenda, but we hired you as our city attorney, correct? I mean, you guys, but you taking a minute? You taking a minute? And we got an assistant city clerk, why wasn't he here to take the minute? You had an option?
As in your email, I mean, it's.
What email, man? The email that we talked about when you made the decision to postpone the city council meeting, and clearly what the law stated that you could not postpone the city council meeting because you wanted to?
Okay, I think you're conflating two different issues, but this is
I'm
not
not.
on, this is not on
I'm
the
not,
agenda.
but
so-
I just asked the question.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
You said in my email, you brought it up. I didn't bring up my email, I asked, we hired them to be the city attorney, why are they taking notes? And why was not the assistant city clerk here to take the minutes? That's all I asked.
So who decides who takes the notes? The council? Well, I'll make a motion moving forward until we get the city clerk or an interim city clerk, that the assistant city clerk sits right there and takes the minutes every single meeting that we have. That's my motion on
It's
that.
just unfair to the city attorneys, that's not what we hired them to do.
And that's fine, I just wish you'd finish the motion that comes first.
So we finished White Drive.
Okay. So that's my motion on the table, the assistant city clerk, who we pay a salary. You can
Motion,
sit there and take minutes moving forward, every meeting moving
your
forward.
motion's out of order.
It's
on
not
the-
out of order. You're out of order.
I just called the motion out of order. It's not on the agenda and it's out of order.
That's no
Because-
sound? That's no sound, Ms.
I
Swan?
said, did he not turn that position down?
Oh,
We don't have a city clerk right now. Let's just be honest. and
But at
tell
any given
people the
time, we can
truth.
make a
Yeah, no,
motion on that ordeal, right?
I just wanted to ask a question.
You should have been done at the beginning of the meeting.
Yeah. But since it was his friend, it wasn't, we understand. It's fine. So what do? We need to do it at the end?
let's get back on the agenda.
So we need to call a special
Next,
meeting.
next item is the hydrovac trailer for
We'll call a special meeting.
come to order. Next topic on the agenda is the hydrovac trailer for Public Works.
Make a motion to postpone it to the second meeting in October.
I'll second.
Make sure we got money to pay for it in this new budget. We've already overspent the current budget, so, or you have.
Councilman Davis, did you make the second?
Yep. All right, roll call vote.
Councilman Chapman? Yeah. Councilman Bennett?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray?
Yes.
Mayor Trowbridge?
No. All right, next topic is the storm shelter parking lot paving. With our, I don't believe we have any updated quotes, but with our contract with Massey, that's generally it's a trusted quote. It's within our. Keith, is that the right way to put it? We've got the contract with Massey so that we don't have to bid it out as long as it's from Massey.
That's correct. You can ask them to do it if you see fit.
All right, so would we like to make any motions or do anything on the storm shelter
Motion to
parking lot?
postpone it to the second meeting in October.
What's the dollar amount?
It was,
It was $180,000.
that sounds about right.
$180,000 to pay the parking lot for the storm shelter.
It's two storm shelters.
I know how many it is. I said for the storm shelters with an S.
Yep. Yeah, they're both pretty large parking lot areas. All right. So motion to postpone, and James, did you second?
No, I want to know how much it was.
I'll second.
All right. Councilman Davis seconds. Any more discussion?
Councilman Chapman? Yeah. Councilman Bennett?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray? Yes. Mayor Trowbridge?
No. All right. Next item on the agenda is the court lighting for Wilson and Dillard Parks.
We have 67,000 total, right?
Do we have a motion on the court lighting?
What's the dollar amount?
Not my agenda item. I did not.
That's about the biggest thing I've ever saw in my freaking life. I'm pretty sure it's 67,000.
And that's for the lighting.
Mhm.
I don't think we need to spend any money just to see what the budget looks like. Make it stick.
36,000 for Dillard.
The 36,000 to do.
Yeah.
Have y'all got bids?
This is one of them.
One's 36. One
Says if
is
on-
35.
On the 36, it says,
71. Total 35 for Wilson. Yeah.
it says if,
71,000 total.
says if we can get a tax exempt letter, can take 2,000 away from the first one, 36. I don't know if the second one says that or not, but at least for the first one, it says that.
Oh, we get the budget in.
I agree.
You said you got bids.
One.
Two. Oh, yeah, from the same company. Yeah. Just one bid for both
You
parts.
advertised it.
It's no, that wasn't my
I think Mr. David Henson did that.
It had to be
I
advertised.
think we need to get bids for that.
I agree.
He just called someone he's prior, I mean, to my knowledge.
If someone called and asked him to get quotes, and he didn't.
Yeah, I did. I called him asking a quote. I sure did.
All right, so motion to postpone it until, what's the date?
Hey, update the city property.
Second
fund.
week in
Update it.
October.
It'll be done in a year, in this fiscal year, if it's over 30,000.
Oh, no, I
That's still this.
Yeah.
Not what.
no, understand. But was there a date, James?
I thought they said second week.
Oh.
Hmm.
Second week in October.
Second meeting in October.
Second.
What's you make a motion to do a bid?
Yeah, I would make a motion, no, we're not participating today.
I think we got a motion in a second. Either modify or retract that motion.
Okay, well, I want to retract my motion. I'll make a motion that we get bids on these two parks.
Second.
I mean, that's, he'll work with David. All right, actually, let's finish the vote first. Any discussion, concerns? All right, roll call vote.
Councilman Chapman?
Yes.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
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 Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray?
Yes.
Councilman Torrance?
Yeah. So, all right, next item on the agenda is the accounts payable ordinance.
Who seconds the motion on the lines?
Me?
Councilman.
What number is that ordinance? Council payable ordinance?
I believe it was ordinance 0803, 2026.
Do we need to read this? No? There was two copies that you had, correct? To make sure we approve the correct copy.
The correct ones would be in there. I think that was on the regular.
I make a motion to approve, accounts payable ordinance 003-2026.
I second it. Any discussion? All right, roll call vote.
Councilman Chapman?
Yeah.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Ray?
Yeah.
Any special reason?
Yes. All right, next item on the agenda is the resolution 0803, 2026, clarifying fiscal spending policy.
Make a motion to approve.
I second.
All right. Any more discussion? All right. Do a roll call.
Councilman Chapman?
Yeah.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Oh, yes.
Councilman Ray?
Yeah.
And Mayor Forrest?
Sure thing. All right. Next item was city departments and workforce development. Councilman Ray, this was your topic.
Yeah, it's these city vehicles and stuff. I mean, we've got to get control on, I see these things everywhere. I mean, we're in Trustful, we're in cities and we're not even working. Like, we're driving these things everywhere. Like, I mean, is this just like a gallivanting, adventure? We're taking them on vacation? What are we doing?
It sounds like you're attacking employees, but y'all,
I'm not attacking
y'all-
employees. If I did, I was calling out individual names.
you made a motion to postpone the vehicle management policy that the Tress has this has been brought up multiple times at multiple meetings and it keeps getting delayed. So there's a policy in place
Actually, it's not a policy in place, we'll get down to it.
The policy that's been proposed and presented
Yeah,
multiple
what you
times.
drew up, the city attorneys ain't seen it yet.
I'm pretty sure he said he
I've
has.
seen it. Did you write it? Okay.
So,
Why do city employees get to drive our city vehicles to their regular job? Not that Margaret.
so, I mean, most of that is up to the mayor's discretion until we have a policy.
Oh,
in
no,
place.
no, it's not, it's not, no, sir. The
It's
council controls that.
It's okay
Yeah.
for the city employees
If
to
there's-
drive their city vehicles to another place of employment? So you mean to say that if we had city employees, city vehicles, that we can drive it to our full-time jobs,
secondary
our
employment?
secondary?
If,
We can do
So if
that?
they get out to their secondary jobs, you approve that?
if there is a first
Have you
responder who
approved?
responds to incidents, then he needs a first.
Nobody's gonna be at
Okay,
their job.
hold on, I got a question for you, hold on.
If
Here's a
it's
question.
not working.
Here we go,
So
so
why
if
would you-
if I'm at Trussville for 24 hours, and I can't leave Trussville for 24 hours, or if I'm in another municipality for 24 hours, and they're paying me those 24 hours, that is a ethics violation, using your office for personal gain, because they're being compensated from another city. Why is our vehicle at their other employer?
If something happens and they're coming back, they need to
They're
respond
not
to it.
gonna be able to leave their job to come over here.
I said, but they're leaving their job and they're on the way back and they're responding to a call.
They
The first
ain't
responder.
working, so they're not working for the city of Margaret.
Well, then let's pass a policy that.
I'm just
Okay.
saying,
Are we paying for that gas?
Yes.
And gas is like $4 a gallon right now, so that's the utmost importance. So I put this, so we're on the discussion of city departments. I make a motion that no city vehicle leaves city limits further than 10 miles outside of our city limits. Moving forward.
Well,
If they're not
that's what we
working.
think too, because Trussville less than 10 miles.
Okay, we'll make it 5. We shouldn't be driving our vehicles to secondary employment anyway. I mean, we're just riding around on somebody else's gas card. I mean, well, it don't take but one to ruin it for everybody. And obviously, you can't get a handle on it, so it looks like we're gonna have to get a handle on it.
I've proposed this policy multiple times.
The policy doesn't even have that in there.
It has a distance about how far you're able to go with a city vehicle, but we also take home vehicles is a big part of our incentive program for most of our employees. So
Taking home one thing, but taking to your job.
And taking your secondary job is another.
I just want to be clear. So one Sunday, we were coming from church and we came down Highway 11, me and my family, and I looked over, we were gonna go to the Mexican restaurant that was right there at the fire station, next to the fire station, and there was a City of Margaret truck that was there. And so I came home, went back out to go to Trussville, and it was still there. And on my way back home, it was still there. And that's not my first time seeing it. That's like my second or third time seeing it. So what I'm asking is, if they are not on the City of Margaret time, why is it okay for them to drive the City of Margaret vehicle to the City of Trussville if they're working with the City of Trussville? City of Trussville didn't give them a vehicle to drive, because surely they would not be driving the City of Trussville vehicle to the City of Margaret.
So currently, a majority of our police and fire have take-home vehicles, and
Take home one thing.
Take home,
Take home.
but not drive to your other employment, or to pick your kids up from school, or to decide that I'm gonna go home and have dinner, and then wait, and then go back.
Riding around with
That's all I'm
taxpayer
saying.
dime is unacceptable.
If an employee is subject to call, then they can be issued a vehicle that they can drive. Or they can be issued a vehicle to drive if it's on city business. But if the employee has a take-home vehicle and the employee is subject to recall, that employee can take that vehicle anywhere they need to go up into the mileage limit of the city.
To that other employee, so.
So they work for another municipality.
If they're subject to call, let's say they work for the city of Margaret, but they're at another employer. And that other employer allows them to leave because they're subject to call 24 hours while they're working for that other city, then they should be able to drive that vehicle there because they're subject to.
Well, then we need to call Trussville in the morning and see if it's okay for that one of their guys If they get a call in Harvey, to leave Trussell and come over here.
It sounds a lot like they were targeting one employee and.
We're not targeting anyone. I don't even know who the employee is.
I'm just.
I'm just saying what I saw. I have no clue who the employee is. So I'm not targeting anyone.
So,
I just asked the question.
yep, and I think Paul just confirmed what I said earlier.
No, he didn't.
Pretty sure he did.
So let me ask this question. So when it's in your favor, then we're gonna go with what the city attorney say. But when it's not in your favor, we're not gonna go with the city attorney say.
He confirmed what I already said.
But also our last council meeting, the attorney confirmed a lot of things, but you said it was at your discretion because you had the chair.
I am.
Is that what you said? Okay.
I am the chair.
So, but when it's in your favor, it's okay. But when it's in the council's favor,
So here's the
it's
thing.
not okay.
I am the chair.
I just
So you
wanted
can
to
be
make
the
sure.
chair all day long, but we can mandate what goes on our city vehicles, where they go, how far they travel, so on and so forth. So if we want to eliminate take-home vehicles, because you can't be the smart person and eliminate the problem, we can make everybody suffer and move forward.
I'm pretty sure I've submitted the policy multiple times.
Policy does not cover it.
Huh?
So
As Paul mentioned, it's a normal practice and.
it's a normal practice to use your primary job's vehicle to go to your secondary job.
Do you allow that to sit or leave?
If you, I don't drive mine except for my house.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
If you have an employee that works for another municipality, it would be okay for them to drive your vehicle to another municipality to get paid to work there?
If this within 25 miles.
So they just go jump from departments, they work 3 different departments, they just ride around on you.
My officers don't work 2 full-time jobs because we don't
Right.
sleep at work.
But you're not answering the question.
Okay, what's the question?
Is your policy allowable for that?
For them to go work another full-time job?
Ride around on you? No. There you go.
That's right there. You
Well,
got it.
you're talking about police versus fire too, though, if they just clarified.
It's,
Definitely a targeted attack.
if it is
A targeted attack?
when you're someone who's in a labor
I've seen a
situation,
city of Margaret police
or
vehicle
someone
in downtown Birmingham.
or a detective-
And I brought that up, so it's not, I'm not attacking anyone.
Yes, it's okay.
for them.
He can leave. Our municipality, where he's working for us for 24 hours or whatever their shift is. He can leave on his shift to come up there to everything else.
I think the compensation is very, very well endowed for them to have their own transportation to their other secondary employer. I mean, you set the pay rates without council approval, and it's the highest pay rates we've ever had, and now we're being taken advantage of.
I don't know anybody that paid more than us.
So,
You set the pay rate.
Command staff member, and it's a high-profile case, it would be better for them to go to the scene than go to their house.
they're only going to a scene when they're at work 24 hours at another municipality, and they can't leave.
A firefighter who's the fire chief or a command staff member, and there was a major fire in the city of Margaret, I would say that the city of Margaret probably has an MOU with the city of Trussville where they can respond to and assist in fires. Because I believe every fire department in the city, in the county of St. Clair has an MOU where they respond to assist each other on fire.
Well, I think it'd be important to get the statement from the employee on what he was promised by Councilman Ray when he interviewed him.
They probably might not show it to them.
Look at his,
Councilman Ray can't hire anybody.
he interviewed him and he promised him.
Councilman Ray can't
Show me the
hire
documentation.
anybody or appoint anybody anywhere.
Show us the
That work for the
documentation.
city of Trussville?
We'll get the statement.
A state, anybody can say anything.
Yeah, that's
Show
right.
us the documentation.
You say it all the time.
Yeah, you can't prove nothing all the time.
All right.
Other
So
than the checks you wrote yourself. You want to prove that?
So let's just be clear, I had no idea that was the employee. I just know that the vehicle is there.
So we just need to create an ordinance based on moving forward,
Just stop all of it.
right? Or we just take them all away.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
We think do better than this.
we'll give you a week to get a handle on it. If not, we'll hold a special meeting and we'll make the necessary adjustments we need to make.
So, you know, somebody,
We don't have firefighters that work for the city of Birmingham.
somebody,
I think we do.
Do they provide vehicles to Margaret?
No.
somebody made a comment about supporting the first responders. This definitely feels opposite of that, but we'll
We
continue
did, we
on.
just approved a $1.2 million fire truck.
So,
When you voted no, or you forget that too?
I believe I voted against the financing, but I support the truck because we can get a better interest rate. So
We're not saying that we don't want to support the first responders, man.
that's what it sounds exactly like to me.
That's what
So,
it sounds like to
That's
me.
just a broad, that's just a broad
okay. So
accusation.
where are we at on the,
We're not saying that.
what is it? So,
So we'll give him a couple of days to get, handle on it. If not, we'll call a special meeting. We'll address it then.
attacking employees.
Not that it's not attacking.
Who's taking that money?
All right, so,
Are we not still employees?
so
Is it okay for you to attack them? Are we not employees?
I have every right to call into question your votes and your decisions and and the way you treat employees.
You can either work with us or we can work without you, one or the other.
We don't have the right to question.
So,
No, you have every right to question me, and I take the questions at every meeting.
and we can either work with you or work without you.
I don't think that's how that works.
Actually,
But-
it is.
So, all right, next topic is ordinance 039926, governing purchasing authorities. Well established that we're still waiting on this to come back from the Attorney General's office for opinion.
Yeah, we can always amend it if we need to, not a problem. I make a motion to pass it, eliminating the clause in here stating that the mayor has up to $1,500 spending ability. Change that to 0.00. That's my motion.
I ruled that motion out of order.
There's no motion at all.
I'm the chair, I just ruled it. And so,
Can you advise?
Why is the motion
modifying the
I'll
motion.
second that motion.
So, you second my motion? Okay, so,
I think it's talking about it.
so the motion's out of order because the, changing to the motion on the fly, the fact that we're still waiting on the order to come back from, the opinion to come back from the Attorney General's, and the fact that the motion in and of itself is a huge overstep into executive authority. Yeah, it's a,
Is the motion out of order?
If he rules it out, or y'all can be let him know.
I'll do it.
got an appeal,
Motion was put out, second, run the vote.
got a motion for an appeal.
Yes. See somebody second.
Yes.
All right, second on the motion to appeal, a roll call.
Councilman Chapman, motion to appeal his decision.
Yes.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
I'm gonna abstain.
Councilman Ray? Absolutely. Very good.
No vote.
I make a motion to approve ordinance 039926, eliminating the clause that says the mayor may approve purchases not exceeding $1,500, change that to 0.00 per transaction.
No discussion, vote.
So, once again, this ordinance is in, direct opposition to state law. I fully suspect the Attorney General, you're in the title, you're trying to assume executive authority, which is not council's place, it's legislative and
No, it's to
financial.
eliminate your spending authority. So you can vote on it now or tomorrow, it don't matter, we got all day.
The motion on its face is, invalid and it attempts to usurp, executive authority and,
And I'll say again, we do send it to the Attorney General for an opinion. I would recommend again waiting until we get that opinion back to make sure.
We may
the
be wrong
ordinance
about
passes.
so.
And I believe it'd be wise to wait.
We can always amend it if we need to. If we have any money left.
A lot of money has.
We wouldn't even need a bond, really. We had already spent all our money.
A lot of the city money has been spent
I said
without
we-
some approval. I mean, like 9% of the approval.
Some people's pay's doubled since last November.
So, roll call.
Yes. Councilman Bailey?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
I'm gonna go with what Anthony said. I'm gonna abstain and wait for the Attorney General's opinion.
Absolutely. Mayor Carucci.
I know.
That will pass 4-2.
All right, next item on the agenda is the mayor's report. I think this is an important time to,
When's that going? When's that going?
I'm speaking. This is an important.
We still talking on
No, you're not. The vote's done. I've moved on. So, this is an important time to bring up an important role of council, which is to manage the finances and also
Motion to
to,
adjourn. Second.
all right, roll call.
Councilman Shat?
Yes.
Councilman Bailey?
Yes.
Councilman McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Sure.
Councilman Ray?
Absolutely.
Mayor Carucci?
No. Good night, everyone.
Good night. You finish talking to yourself.
You're the only one that didn't shake your hand. I'm David.
Go ahead and pass that. They don't need to talk. If they can't do it, you lose that.
I do. If they can't do what's right, then guess what? We'll have to do what's right. If we can do it right from right here, right here, we wouldn't be talking about it. But we can't. Hey, Paul. Guess what? We're just getting started. We was hiring when they got here, you know what I mean? We do. It's the abuse of it. The abuse of it.
Nobody who works commission except my son. They take it home. They're not gonna take it to that other stuff they're gonna work.
I mean, if it's private, you know what I mean? It's maybe even closer to the town. I don't know where it is. You know where it is?
It's not a problem with them taking it home, it's a problem with them doing everything else. I don't have a problem with them taking it home. I mean, it's okay.
So when you limit the take home vehicles, that's gonna.
If we would have used it perfectly, it wouldn't work, because there's only two people in the fire department, they have to wait on these.
That's a knee-jerk reaction, saying no take home vehicles, gonna cost you at least $7.
We might replace it, maybe. I mean, if we can control it right here with sensible, you know, we won't have a problem having to address it.
I'm just telling you the facts that it's,
At the point, not of them taking it home, I don't know what they do, I'm just saying what I saw. I'm saying what I saw, I'm saying that I'm leaving, I still see the margin, because I know I'm doing simplified private. They come past me, I get off, In Birmingham, they get off. I go between first and second Avenue. They go home. It's okay. I'm saying, I'm not saying that we're doing anything wrong. That's not what I said. That's what I thought. I actually, I don't know what.
It's probably just depending on what they do. I'm saying.
So I'm sure Marvin Young live in Birmingham, but he's
And I got one other great one.
and it's okay, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying driving your vehicle to your other place. I don't even know who the 5-person is, but I'm saying, Kelly, did we not see him? And have we seen him multiple times? That's all I'm saying. Why would you drive a city of Margaret vehicle? Well, give me a city of Margaret vehicle. I would definitely like to save on my gas and drive to work to Birmingham every day. I'm just saying,
When we
that's what
recruit
it is.
officers, that is, every
I
place in the county.
understand all of that. I understand all of that, but I'm saying you driving to your other place.
No police officers.
I didn't say a Birmingham police
No,
officer. I said, I saw
When do
a
we
fire
call
truck.
quits? When do we stop? Like,
That's not what I said.
if they can't have the sensibility to not do it themselves, I mean, we're running around everywhere. We're going to visit family. Nobody's talking to you.
Sounds like somebody's talking to employees.
No, you never talk employees. No. It's how you love to make accusations. That's all you can keep your camera going. Keep the camera going.
You're stating claims like you know what
No,
people
I
are
ain't
all
saying no
about.
claims. You're making accusations everywhere you go.
Did you not
Everywhere
just-
you go.
You know
Calling the
people-
media all day today, trying to harass me. Yeah, making false act, getting people to write statements. Come on, don't tell me you didn't call me. She sent me a screenshot of your damn phone number, buddy. Yes, she did. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. I can't wait till the depositions come. Guess what? I'll be up there too, looking at you.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, I don't?
You're making a lie.
I'm not thinking of lies. Just hang on to your shorts. Batman's coming for you.
Well,
You be ready.